Alright, back here at the compound again. Uh-oh, we're collecting more crap. Ah, the king's throne, still there. The thing is, we just have water bottles. Where's the McDonald's? There isn't any. Scoops. Oh, you know what that is. Oh, okay. Well, what do I want to do? Well, the other day I got all kinds of things going, and then it stopped. It was like I was on a roll. I gotta drive the wife and the kid to their jobs, and then everything comes to a halt. I'm still contending with that wheel. But we're not going to mess with it right now because I'm collecting in my head all the things I need to do for tomorrow. I got a couple of scrap appointments. Maybe I'll take care of one of them tonight or not. I'm not sure. It is getting kind of late. Anywho, here we go. Number 2. We got that trailer. We're going to try and drag that out of the corner there. There's something about me. I don't like working in tight, confined spaces, even though I could just break it down right there, which I guess would make sense to a lot more people. And this one, we got the tires all filled up the other day. Let's see how this one's holding up in the back. It's getting a little soft. Well, it's still holding there. What do I keep tripping on over here? Every time I walk past, there's something in the soil I keep stepping on. Well, I got these both inflated and they seem to be doing okay. So far, so good. So yeah, I want to drag that out of there so I can work on it in the great wide open, like out that way a little bit. Found another beer keg. Now I asked the guy, do they need to be cut in half? And now he's telling me no. I don't gotta do anything to them. So I gathered them all up. Get them all out of here. One less thing to own, right? I've had them for like a collection of them for like what, 3-4 years on this channel. I haven't found any more in like well, it's the neighborhoods I'm going in. People don't do that. You go into the nicer neighborhoods and people are too lazy to return the kegs back to the bar or the pub where they got them from and get their refund, or the liquor store. Some liquor stores sell them. you leave like a $75 dollar deposit or $100 deposit on them. But without a receipt, they won't give you nothing. So, off to the scrapyard. One of these days, I'm gonna fix this stupid thing. It started up really rough. And sometimes it will start up really rough, and other times, not at all. After all this time, I'm starting to think that it's one of the fuel injectors. It's got that throttle body fuel injection system, and it has 2 injectors. So I think one of them's not spraying for a few minutes, and then all of a sudden it like kicks on or something. So you gotta keep your foot on the gas pedal and the engine revved up, otherwise it will die out. I know, we go through this all the time. But seriously, my excuse is there's a shortage of money and there's a huge shortage of time. I spend a good 6 hours a day driving the wife to work, and I gotta drive her there, and I gotta drive back to whatever I'm doing, and then when she gets off of work, I gotta go and pick her up, and then I gotta take her home, and I have to do the same thing with my daughter. I gotta go drive, I have to drive to the grandparents, I have to go pick her up there, she's staying there, and I gotta take her to work, and then I gotta drive all the way back home. Then I gotta wake up and be there by 5:30 in the morning because she works overnight. Why don't you get a car going for them? I'm having a hard time getting a car going for myself. And well, the wife makes minimum wage. That's just $16 an hour part-time. So that's not enough to like get anything going, and it's killing my business. So it's like a circling the drain. There we go. Hear it? It like revs itself up high, and then now it's nice and smooth. So if there was like a vacuum problem, it wouldn't correct itself. I found the power steering leak on my minivan, and that was a steel cooling line. Like there's like a cooling line loop. Like it's probably about 4 or 5 foot long loop of tube steel. Anyway, the fact that, you know, from engine vibration and it's touching the subframe, so it's like rattling against it. It actually chafed a hole in it, and it started to leak. So there. I completely took the part off. I was going to try and fix it with it attached to the vehicle, but I decided against doing that because that's what I did to fix the transmission cooling line. Alright, where are we going to do this? South. I don't want to hit that tchotchke thing that I found. I don't know. Yeah, I never found time this year to get a stove for the house connected or anything like that, so we could cook like normal people. Still fast fooding it. It's either fast fooding it or buy food that you could microwave. I don't know what I'm driving over. I don't like the sound of it though. There's a lot of unbeknowns back here. So I'm like some other commenter on my channel. So hey John Wild, what you going as? Batman? He's like, no, I'm gonna go as a huge McDonald's bag or something like that. I'm like, okay. Boy's got something against McDonald's, I don't know what. It gives you heart disease. Well, so does smoking cigarettes. Or wacky tobacco. No, it doesn't! I love those people. They're like, they get so adamant. What are we doing here? That's the one thing. I don't know what I'm doing. There's a lot of channels where people show you what they know. I don't know. And I don't proclaim to know. So please don't copy off of me. Because I don't even know what I'm doing myself. Well, the year is almost over with. 53 days till Christmas. And then add a week till the new year. So that's basically 2 months. More or less 60 days, something like that, right? And my New Year's resolution was to lose weight, and you see that didn't happen at all. It sounds like the cable unhitched itself. No, it didn't. I'm always doubting myself. Despite my very large size, I'm a very weak guy. I'm not strong at all. Ooh, I can feel the resistance. It's in a very tight spot back there, so I don't want to do more damage than good. There's a lot of people that just whip it out of there. Well, guess what? If that's the case, it's not that important. Leave it there until it rots into the water. I'm not that interested. All right, so it moved a little bit. It moved a little bit. Oot. Oh, that old wood right there. That table right there. It was a table. It was beautiful too. I was saving that for my son or daughter because both of them were proclaiming they were going to move out. Well, my daughter did, but my son never did. So there's that. But my daughter already procured a table there, so she already got one. She didn't know I was saving a table for her. So I just sat there and rotted away. How about that? How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? All right, I'm going to let you guys stay there and you can go watch. Well, that was a lot easier than I thought it would be. Them tires have air in it. It's a shame that I'm wrecking the thing. But oh well. I mean, I want it. I really want it. I want to keep it, but this is part of the plan of downsizing until I have absolutely nothing. You will own nothing and you will be happy, as the communists said. Not that I subscribe to that theory, but if you think about it, if you own nothing, I don't know, what worries do you have really? It's not like you have anything they can take from you. Except for your life, I guess, right? So we are making progress very slowly. So slowly that we're actually going backwards, sort of, in life. How much that Bitcoin went up in the past month? It went from like 25,000 to 34,000 or 35,000. Went up like 10,000 since early October. I don't know what's going on there. Gold is way up. Silver is up. The stock market is way up. The almighty dollar is pretty strong, but slipping a little bit today. I mean, it's really strong against the Canadian dollar. Today, I think it was 72 or 73 cents. So I love when our Canadian friends say, I'm getting $500 a kilo. They don't measure by the pound mostly. I'm getting $500 a pound for copper, or $500 a kilo for copper. That's a slight exaggeration, but you get my point. What do I want to break this down at? Do I want to move it up some more? Maybe I'll move it up some more. Yeah, the thing about the wife and the kid is, even when I get a car going for them, it's impossible to keep it going. Because they don't put enough money aside, funding, to keep it operational. So that ends up breaking down because it's a huge car repair bill. And I'm not blaming it on them, but I am saying that the situation is not managed properly. See, they work for somebody. They have an employer. I don't. So I don't know where my next meal is coming from, so to speak. I don't know where... I might not have an income tomorrow, where they would have to get fired in order to not have an income, and getting a new income is as simply as finding another job, where getting income doing this, it's more than just finding scrap. It's a whole lot of, I don't know. Anyway, I've been told not to talk about this too much. Wow, this is really high up compared to the other one. The other one, I think, that one, the one that I tore down about a week ago, I think the suspension had flattened out or something like that. I think it's the same brand. Star Crap. Yep, it's the same brand, but that is definitely what it appears to be more elevated. They have the same size tires and everything, but I think the suspension on this one, the leaf springs are more flattened out or something. Lord only knows. I don't know. I was just guessing. Well, it looks weird right there. I should have done stuff like that this year while making YouTube videos at this place, just to make it look like I'm doing something, stuff, instead of the same stuff in each video in the same place. That gets a little old, right? The other thing is, every other YouTube channel that's dealing with scrapping, they're growing. Their channel is growing. Oh, there's a bunny rabbit. Their scrap techniques and operation is getting bigger, more sophisticated. Where me, things are shrinking. Yeah, it sank into the ground a little bit. We're going in a completely opposite direction. So that bunny rabbit was looking for its home. This is what the whole compound used to be like See, like cinder gravel and all that. So under all these weeds and leaves and stuff like that and debris, that's what this whole place is like. So we have to unearth that Chrysler next, I guess. I cut down a bunch of trees that are growing around it. Look at that. And see what the deal is there. See if we can get it going. See if we can rehabilitate it. I don't know. Is that a tree? Or is that just like a chunk of wood that... Wow, that's a chunk of wood that came crashing down. Yeah, look at all these trees right here. There's about 4 or 5 of them. It's getting kind of dark now. Maybe tomorrow I'll chop them down. I'll haul that wood out of here. Wowzers. Yeah. After that, I think I'll move that. I don't know, maybe I'll move that before. I'm not sure. I haven't made my mind up. I'm indecisive. Because if I move that, then I have to clear out all this space here. It's all gonna have to be cleared out. So I can get it over into this space. I'd like to clean that out. I wanted to do that a month ago, so I can bring that indoors or whatever I need to do. I don't know. Wow, it looks really big now. Doesn't look all closed in and cluster F. I wish that guy with the Transformers would call me. It's getting close to Christmas. I could use the money desperately. What we got here? Some motor oil. Not sure what that is. Might be power steering fluid. There's no label on it. Yeah, I gotta go scrapping in a different neighborhood or something like that, because the neighborhood I go scrapping in now, like, I don't have any decent Christmas lights that work. I don't have a Christmas tree. I scrapped the one that we were using last year. You know, after taking it down, I'm like, why bother storing it? Might as well just scrap it. I'll find another one next year. Well, here we are. What size is this tire? There's some sockets that have been sitting outside forever, and they're not even rusted, really. Well, these things are. That's because they're facing the other way. Jumper cables. What size is this car? I have no idea. It'd be good to know for shits and giggles. Might be a 16-inch. Can you tell? $225.16. For as long as that thing's been sitting there, that thing rolled right out of there. Pretty much. Once the wheels got stuck out of the rut. I'll bust this thing up, I guess, and we'll scrap it out. Wow, look at all that empty space now. Holy smokes. It's downsizing, slowly but surely, little by little. I'm taking too long though. I told my wife, I'm like, I want to spend as much time as I can at the compound so I could actually get something done. That's the wire for that other thing. Lock is on. I don't know. I'm scrapping those trailers, but I'm keeping this thing. This completely homemade thing. I don't know why. Why am I doing it that way? Well, I don't know why I'm doing it that way. Don't even bother asking. It's because I gotta get everything out of here. That's why. Sooner or later, so might as well start with something. Get it all out of here. Get it all out of here and close up shop forever. Work on stuff, fix it up, make a little money on the way. I don't know, I'm envious of other scrap channels. They're able to grow. The channel itself is growing, and they as a scrapping operation are growing. And I grew, I got big, and then I don't know. The business dried up. The business dried up. I got lazy. I also find myself running out of time to do stuff every day. My day is getting filled with a bunch of nonsense, and then I get even less done. It's like, you know, I would like to take advantage of the lower prices for gasoline there, you know, to go around scrapping. Even though the scrap prices keep dropping a little bit, they're sliding down slowly. So anywho, I wanted to be resourceful. And see this metal tubing from some automotive scrap I found in the garbage. Well, I was thinking I could cobble together. Well, it's getting too dark to make a video. I'm gonna have to stop. I could cobble together something for this part right here, which is off my Chevy Uplander van. This thing cost almost $100, and that's if you buy it online. But the part that chafed through, I don't know if you can see it, it's right there. See that hole? That's the chafing part from it. From a rap-a-tap rattling like that on the subframe. So it eventually wore a hole in it. Oh wow, I'm like really spread out too now. I had everything like condensed, and now my truck is way over there. That's there. I got all this junk all the way out here now again. I really gotta demolish that, take care of it. That's like driving me crazy though, because I'm thinking about all the other things I have to do. Well, it's getting way too dark to make a video. Sorry. I'm gonna have to cut it off because, according to the, oh, it's getting foggy out too. I would like to get that running. What order placement should I put that in? Like, should I demolish this first? Should I move that Blazer? Or what? I'm so confused. The more I do all that, though, the more anxiety I create for myself, so. And, I think 30-something minutes of chatting with y'all is enough. Let me get out of here. I got some other things to do. I'll smell you later. Bye.